Kalen Patterson, Midwest Muscle. I'm here with Faydra Shantel. We're here at My Body, her home and place of just doing all kinds of amazing things. Just talk to the ladies. They are just so motivated to be ready for this show that you have been prepping them for. I mean, so many facets to what you do. Teaching ladies, helping football players, helping guys like me get through the day when we're all crushed and stuff. Where do you find the time?
Um, you can ask my husband that because he probably would like to spend a little more time with me. But but we're dealing. We're trying to even that out. I don't know. I guess I take a lot of energy and I invest in people because I want them to invest in themselves. I really believe that like maybe giving a little bit extra for that day for people to help, they'll do a little bit more to help themselves. And I feel like it's just important and it makes me feel good. So in turn it's like a huge vat of energy, whether someone's having a bad day or someone's having a good day. I have the ability to be able to kind of swing that into energy for me, positive energy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of one of those things where many people might not understand that whole energy thing. It might be a little bit of, weird to talk about energy when it comes to people, but it is. I mean, and so I'm working and dealing with people every day that, having a bad day, having a good day, regardless, and there are sometimes it's not easily transferred into something good,
Mm-hmm.
but then I get out and I get in a workout or, try to get it out. So it does take up a lot of time. I don't get much sleep, and I'm working on that.
It's a lot of balance.
It is. It's a lot of balance, but I've really learned how to start taking time for myself and just letting it be. I'm lucky to have a couple friends that really know how to relax.
Mm-hmm.
And not do anything, and I'm able to spend some time with those friends and like seriously not do anything, and it's great. And I feel like yesterday I took a me day, and it was really, really nice. So today I'm like feeling fantastic.
But I love how you said that. You're willing to be helping people, but you're not afraid to get help from others, which is such a vital thing in life because we can't do it all. And I think that's the one thing the people that are used to helping figure I can't be helped because I don't have the time. You have found that balance where you factor time like very few people I've seen in life where time is of the essence. People, let's move because I'm blocked off with here, here, and here. So when you're at work, you're working. There's no doubt about it. And I think that's what drives you to keep getting, because I think what do you say, you just started it's not a new endeavor, but it's new to me.
Right.
With the football team.
So I've had my massage and my personal training now that I've been doing business for years. So I've rebranded myself now as Custom Body Shop. It's a name that my husband took on when he wanted to start a business years ago, and I'm trying to make it a whole new brand.
Yes.
So I'm taking massage, fitness, coaching, and bringing it all together as Custom Body Shop. So when you look at the logo, you think it's like, oh, a new car auto place, right? But it's really,
it makes sense.
because like a car, our bodies need a lot of work, and sometimes they need transformation,
And overhauls.
And overhauls, right? And sometimes we just need to let our car rest and regenerate. So so I've taken that, but yes, I've been working with some NFL players now, trying to keep them healthy and going, and so that's been a great foot in the door and working with them,
and it's positive energy.
It's so great, and I'm really enjoying that aspect and getting in and working with some runners and some other professional players. So that aspect's been great. Working with my first team, my team Custom Body that we've got going to their first show in a couple weeks,
and
that is November 3rd for the Midwest Regional for Muscle Mania, Bikini America, and Model America, and Fitness America. So that was a show that was my first show back in 2009. It used to be up in Palatine, and now it's at the Beverly Center this November 3rd, which is a Sunday. So come on out if you're out in the area. and it should be a pretty fantastic show. You know, the turnout in Palatine used to be pretty simple, but the thing about it is super fun. It's just a great organization to be in. I'm hoping some of these girls in April, they have another show that's in Minnesota, which is the Great North. Which I did really well in April, and that's another show that's a great turnout, great location, the venue. It is. It's Mall of America. It's a massive
That's a big
growing
venue.
show. Yeah.
Holy crap, how did they fit
So yeah, it's pretty amazing, and it's just great to watch these girls like change and grow, and I think of this as something that just makes me happy, and I enjoy doing this. But to hear them in their interview today and like getting kind of emotional, like hearing them talk about it.
That was awesome.
It was really awesome because they're very dedicated, and it takes them a lot of work to do what they're doing. And I know it sucks a lot, especially because we thought the show was October.
Mm-hmm.
And then we found out, oh no, there's like 5 more weeks or 4 more weeks.
In prep time, that's a lot of time.
So we went from being 4 weeks out to 8 weeks out, and so we had to like but they did great. And I think it actually was a bonus because we gave them a couple weeks off to like just kind of get that energy back, and I think they're going to be. I think they're going to all do.
Their heads are definitely where they need to be. Mm-hmm. I mean, you don't hear the emotional train waiting to happen. That's a plus, and that reflects the coach. Yeah. And there's so many other things that are involved in prep time.
Well, you know, having that team, I never really understood the team. I was like, I don't need it. But seeing them, they've taught me so much about that team and having that support and like that whole rebound that happens after the show. Like, I think hopefully it won't be so bad because they've got other girls understanding what they're going through and just coming up to now and meeting and each having their own program because all of them are different. Mm-hmm. You know, and like Diane said, they all are different ethnicities, and so they all are coming
still one
around.
Unit.
Yeah, and so they're
That's
coming
beautiful.
together, and their bodies are different, so we have to do different things. It's not just here's one program for all three of
one
you.
size fits all.
There's a lot of it is tweaking for each individual person. So it ends up being a little different, and they're all going to go on stage looking different, but no matter what, they're all going to look good, really, really good.
Their best.
Yeah. So absolutely.
Now, I've learned that knowledge is not knowledge unless it's given 2 ways. Mm-hmm. One to the person thinking they're teaching, and one to the person thinking they're taught. It switches because you learn from the person that's gaining as well. Mm-hmm. And like I said, you've got a good way of balancing that out, so that's perfect. But also I got to give props to your husband because he's got a background that's just works so well with what you do. Mm-hmm.
He actually set up my programs for diet and training back in 2010. And like you had said about the learning from, and I am very stubborn and of course always think I know everything. So when he gave me my program, I was like, this is too much this and this is too much that, and I'm not going to follow this. Wrong, because the 2 times, 3 times that I've done extremely well, I listen to him 95%. So to see these girls actually listening and doing what they're like, I'm learning like, oh wow, yeah, I know for next year, like, because even I am just like, okay, I need to change it, it's not working, but it takes time and your body responds. And he's just, is just so smart and has so much knowledge with that, and it's great to see it because I'm helping them, with a lot of the stuff he taught me. So.
Well, now you know his head.
And now I know exactly, and now I know that it does work, and it's great. So he's wonderful, and I give him props for putting up her fiance putting up with this stuff now, because she's always worrying about, and it's so everything's about her or me, or it's about you, this whole process.
Yes.
And so your significant other just takes the back step, and they just need to understand that, like, let me be selfish for right now. And it's hard for a lot of husbands or wives to understand that.
It is.
It's a really tough business.
They really learn how much they didn't invest in the other person if they're not really careful. I've seen that in the worst way, and I've also seen it on the other side where you have the best support and the person says, you're worth it.
Yeah.
And that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, and it does. And then right now, everyone's cranky, and they don't seem like, well, it's like, why are you doing this if it's making you? And it's not that it's making us sad or it's making us upset. It's just our emotions change till our body can figure out how to handle it, and we're tired, and it's like another career to be working out.
Exactly.
And so at some points, it's not fun, but it's just getting on that stage, and I say this, being on that stage is just like a magical feeling because you're on there, you've got lights and cameras and people cheering you on, and I love it. So I'm hoping that the girls really find that it's been worth it. So I think it's been worth it because they're just learning different ways of eating, working out. You know, they'll take knowledge with them. It's not just me telling what to do. They've got programs, and so along the lines of life, when they need to pump it up a little bit, they'll know what to do.
Yes.
You know, so it makes it worth it for them to. When I get to see them walking up there, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Well, I've learned that a habit is not an emotion. It's something you do all the time. And when you learn a new habit, it does seem like it seems to wear on you because it's new. Yeah. And you wear out because you're like, well, what's the next step? Or what's the next level? Or what's the next pinnacle? It doesn't matter. The fact that you're going in the right direction does. And if you're doing that, sometimes that's enough. And if you don't understand it, you're still going the right way, so you'll bump into right. Mm-hmm. And that's the best thing about it. When you talk about positive energy, that's what we're expressing. So if people don't get it, just keep living happy. Mm-hmm. And eventually you will see positive energy. And the negative kind of weeds itself out. You don't have to put it to a side. You don't have to put it down. It'll get out of your way, basically, because it has no room.
And there's a lot of negative because there's a lot of people that don't understand, and they're finding out that going out with friends, dealing with family. Well, can't you just take a bite of this? Why can't you just drink that? It's just one. And it's like, it's such a, and of course we have our setbacks where we're like, you know what, today I'm just going to have this glass of wine or this bite of cake. You know what? And I just told them, I'm like, you know what, it's hard. Like, there's a certain time when I'm like, yeah, do it. Like, that one time isn't going to kill you. But now we're 4 weeks out. We're 3 weeks out. We're 2 weeks out. Nothing. It's like, this is how it's going to be. This is your life for the next 2 weeks. And it sucks, but it's only 14 days. And in that 14 days, the transformation that you can do in 14 days is amazing. Yeah. So, but like, what I think it was Sasha said, it's like, it's every day is something different, and you see something different, and it's like, oh my gosh, like I didn't really know I could get to this level. So, yeah.
Well, there's a lady that I know in Jersey. Her name's Karina. And she's starting this new cookbook. And then there was a lady that was down at the show that was making muffins that were healthy. So, Darren Steen and I were just like eyes popping open because there's so much that we're learning. Like you said, there's knowledge out there. We just don't know it yet. But there's so much good food that's not bad food, but it still tastes good. And it's not the crap sugar. It's not the crap fillers. It's good food. And Darren Steen had said something I hadn't thought about. Anything that lasts more than a week in your fridge, you shouldn't eat.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just never thought of that. And there's so many things that we're learning now, and people are thinking up. Just like you covering that side, and I might be covering this side, somebody's covering that, and somebody's covering food.
And have all those people in your Rolodex.
Yes.
I call it, you have to have a big Rolodex. Like, we don't have Rolodex anymore. We have our phones and our phone books, but you just take that. I remember my mom had this big old thing where you spin it and take the card out of the people that you know. Mm-hmm. And in my, in my Rolodex with like business cards and stuff, you just keep those people because you're gonna have to refer to them sometime, you know. And it's always good to know someone that specializes in something. I do a little bit of everything, but to have those people when it comes to push, it comes to shove, to be able to be like, okay, you need to talk to this person.
Yes.
You need to talk to that person. And I have a really fantastic group of men and women that I can count on to direct my people. So, and of course, including you, and so it's been good. So I'm very happy with it.
All right, well, you've got a husband to get back to, and I'm sure he's missing you, and you're just doing so much. I just have to get up here. My hands are sweating because you just got me so excited and so nervous. Your ladies' testimonials were just...
I'm very proud of them.
Yeah, and you should be, and they're very proud of you.
Yeah, they
So, My Body, thank you so much, hosting a great place. Faydra, always.
Thank you, Kaylin. Always fantastic to see you.
Just a great joy. And Midwest Muscle, I'm sorry she hasn't been here, but you see she's been busy. We are out.